geosynchronous orbit established with Dustkin VI.
Well, we're here. What's the game plan?
I don't know. What's the work order say?
Let's see. Dustkin IV, formerly arid planet that underwent experimental terraforming. It says they leased a prototype hydroponic conducer to do the job.
I'm assuming it aids with moisture creation?
Probably. The finer details are classified, but they've included instructions on disabling and transporting. That's convenient.
Figures. Who was it leased to?
The planetary governor. Goes by the name of Felis. Says here, he's 5 payments behind.
Any reason why?
I can't find any. He was making regular payments for over 2 solar cycles, but corporate lost all communication since then. You know, you could read this too. It's all available on your console.
No, shh. I'm scanning. Topographical scans show a single artificial outpost along the equator with a superstructure extending deep into the core. That must be where he is. This planet looks incredibly lush. How has it not been settled yet?
Only one way to find out. Are there any defenses?
Nope. The computer would have warned us of any anti-ship weaponry, and I don't see so much as a patrol bot anywhere. Doesn't help that no one is accepting hails.
Should be an easy repo then. You ready for some soft diplomacy?
Always. Computer, prepare for planetfall at the equatorial structure.
Oh my, oh dear, oh my. Almost half a solar cycle and no one's come looking for me. If only someone could hear my pleas. If only somehow I could wake to the sound of a rescuing rap on my door. But alas, each morning only brings me closer to... What's that? Another vermin playing on my growing paranoia? No, this is no pesky pet seeking my remaining rations. This must be the delusion setting in. It is the beast come to finish its handiwork. Or maybe it is in fact my angelic savior? I suppose it's now or never. One moment, let me get...
Get down on the ground! Hands where I can see them!
Where's the money, Felis? Think you could just hide out from the consortium?
Please wait, you don't understand!
Oh, we understand plenty well. We understand the money is in the holo safe. What's the code?
What's the code, Felis? Unless you want to pay in appendages.
No, I have the money, I have the money! It's not what you think! Please don't hurt me, I have no weapon!
Yeah, we know, we're just messing with you. Here, let me help you up.
What is wrong with you people?
We've been stuck in some backwater sector of space without orders. You're our first job in eons. We need to have a bit of fun. You understand that. Being alone out here and all.
Oh, haha. Yes, I see. A whimsical prank. I do suppose I've forgotten what fun is like. Well, you know who I am, but how may I address you?
That's Papreeka and Abysmii. Speaking of alone, where is everyone else? I thought this was a planet-wide operation.
Indeed it is. But the terraforming technology is mostly autonomous, thus negating the need for an extensive staff. I am the sole operator, technician, scientist, whatever your pleasure.
Which brings us to why we're here. You're gonna need to get caught up on those payments, or we're gonna need to take the conducer back.
I'm afraid both options are simply impossible at the moment.
Well, we've got time. You better start explaining, cause corporate won't let us leave here empty-handed.
Then I invite you to walk with me. I shall give you a tour and bring everything to light.
Lead the way.
Most people think of Dustkin VI as a simple Class H planet, but the truth is it used to be rich with life, long before it became a desert.
How do you know that?
Before I reached out to your consortium, my people have been conducting archaeological and geological surveys. We found that some civilization had existed long ago, but an ecological catastrophe had wiped them out.
What happened?
It's difficult to pin any one cause down, but we know that extreme weather patterns occurred. The oceans became toxic from radioactive waste and some artificial debris. The stratosphere has been heavily punctured. Life simply could not sustain itself.
So, you wanted to turn back time before the catastrophe?
Precisely. Habitable worlds are very scarce in this system. If Dustkin VI can support life once again, it would be a great boon to many species, sentient and non-sentient alike.
Well, mission accomplished? This place looks like an agricultural combine's utopia. What's holding you back?
Oh, you may have noticed that the communication array is gone. I haven't been able to send or receive messages.
Wait, gone? Don't you mean broken?
I'm afraid not. The beast has taken it, absorbed its essence and grown stronger.
The beast.
What was that? Tectonic movement?
The beast stirs. It hungers for technology. It likely has sensed your vessel.
Whatever you're talking about, nothing better touch the ray gun. I just fixed that piece of junk.
Felius, we have been all over this facility. Where is the conducer? Did this beast take that as well?
In a manner of speaking, I don't know when the two changed places, but now they are simply one.
Okay, I'm tired of walking, and I have a gun. Drop the cryptic purple prose and give us a straight answer.
It is classified, but... oh well, alright. The Caduceus was meant to revolutionize terraforming. It is driven by complex and experimental artificial intelligence coupled with matter-synthesizing technology. Simply feed it energy, and it will begin to scan and improve its organic surroundings.
Bringing water to a desert?
And so much more! Bringing hydrogen and nitrogen back to the soil, cleaning the groundwater of contaminants, re-establishing a planetary ecosystem in a matter of generations. Theoretically, it could even maintain entire populations of species if introduced from off-world, preventing extinction and fostering growth.
Sounds almost too good to be true.
The AI went rogue. Some error in its programming or incorrect parameters. It came to the conclusion that sentient life, or even the remote possibility of it, was counterintuitive to maintaining a healthy planet. It learned that it could transmute almost anything into energy, so it started taking parts of the station. The communications array was first, as it would help prevent my pleas for ever reaching out. Now it sits beneath the surface, digging to the planetary core for some unknown purpose, intractable.
Okay, it started... what? Hungry AI? Why are you still alive then?
I assume it regards me as not a threat. It has left me to die.
Well, the solution here seems obvious.
But how can you be so sure? The beast is immensely powerful. It can't be reasoned with, and to destroy it would mean all the progress would slowly revert Dustkin VI back to an arid wasteland.
Destroy it? No. It's far too expensive to destroy. We're taking it back with us. We just have to turn it off.
To turn it off? Don't you think I've tried that?
Well, have you tried the fail-safe passcode?
There's a passcode?
Of course. You think anyone would put AI like this together and not have a failsafe?
Nothing in the manual mentioned a failsafe.
True, but it was in the terms and conditions of your lease.
You did read the terms and conditions before signing, right?
I'm more skimmed.
Uh-huh. Yeah, thought so. Everyone's a super genius until they have to do some light reading.
The beast ate every copy many cycles ago.
Yeah, but you couldn't be bothered to write it down somewhere safe. We know the drill.
Will be forfeiting the property under paragraph 16, subsection 6F due to loss of control of said property's functionality.
But I can still pay. Maybe someone could come out and fix it.
If you wanted that, you should have reached out with a service request within 30 planetary cycles after it first broke.
But I couldn't send a message.
Not our problem. We'll take it from here.
Wait! What about terraforming Dustkin VI? Didn't you hear me? Without the Caduceus, this planet will return to sand and death.
How long will that take?
Maybe half a generation?
Well, that's a decent amount of time. You said it yourself. Oceans need to stay clean, flora and fauna need to be maintained. You have a head start. I suggest you get an extensive staff and start populating this little garden.
It won't be easy, but sometimes it takes a planet to save a planet. We'll be sending an emergency broadcast to each nearby system as well, so expect relief crews within a couple of days.
I suppose you're right. Maybe some shortcuts just aren't feasible yet. Progress can't always be rushed. Perhaps it is time for me to reach out to my people once again and sound the call to become this planet's caretakers. We shall pass on our knowledge to future generations, that they might learn from our mistakes of the past. Thank you, O kind Repo people. I'm sorry, I seem to have forgotten your names. Could you... Oh, they left. And they left a bill. Lovely.
This podcast often contains controversial or mature topics. You have been warned. Molokar's into creepy, weird, sick stuff, man.
Nobody knows what you're singing. He sleeps in the same room with that creepy, weird woman.
His mother wears a hood over her head.
What the hell?
Paprika.
Number 1 is...
Paprika, it is really, really boring.
Yeah, it's almost like the time we did that thing. You remember that thing?
No. I don't remember most things, believe it or not.
No.
Enlighten me.
Why are you putting this back on me?
This is improv. This is back and forth.
You don't say no in improv.
Oh.
You don't say no in improv.
That just means I won improv.
No. No.
That's how it works.
No.
Tripped you up. Welcome back to Raygun Readers. We are...
Where Abysmii gives up.
Yeah, I do. I don't give up. I win. I checkmate. I checkmated. That's what I did.
You checkmated?
Yeah.
Just like the time we did that thing. You remember that thing?
I don't remember most things. We are going to read just a random collection of stuff from one of our favorite authors, Binary Algorithm. To fans of the show, you will remember him, or they, actually, I don't want to assume gender here. Binary Algorithm wrote the, not the Twin Paradox, that was Aaron Shotwell, but the Rebirth Saga, which came out with a part 20 that we haven't read.
Part 20?
Yeah, we read up to 19, but not part 20. And the story's still not over, so I kind of want to give it time to be written up. So Binary Algorithm, if you're listening,
right.
Hope that you do continue with the story. I know you're doing other stuff right now, but if you continue it, let us know, because we really enjoyed reading it. Would love to see where it goes. But in the meantime, we're just going to read a bunch of other stuff, because Binary Algorithm has been kind enough to say that we can pretty much read any of the stories that they post on the show. So we're going to take advantage of that. Yeah. So thanks for that. Really appreciate that. If any other authors want to extend the same courtesy, we would be very, very grateful. Otherwise, we're just going to read a lot of classic sci-fi, or the authors are probably dead.
Which, everything's fine then.
There, it's all fine then.
You don't have to hear our criticism, so we can say whatever we want. Wow, this looks like a lot of words.
That's typically what stories are.
I don't know what you're talking about. I only read stories visually.
So you read visual novels?
Like, in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
I only take astrally projected stories. That's the only way I read stories these days. Fermi paradox solution? There's no such thing. There's no solution to the Fermi paradox.
Well, before we go into that, this is Sentient Ship Part 1, Fermi Paradox Solution, ? I don't think there's been a Part 2 to this. Not looking to super get into another series at the moment, but wanted to read this to see if it's something we like, because the sci-fi series have been a lot better than the creepypasta series that I've been reading lately, so there is that.
So, are we better than creepypastas then?
Yeah.
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 Like 100 times.
The whole genre.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Without question.
There's no, prolific writers that are good in creepypasta? Like, none?
None that come to mind.
None? Okay.
None that we've read on the show, for sure.
On which show?
This show.
On the other show?
Yeah.
On the show where you're playing with Muppets? In the window? And then, there's an alien...
Don't insult my Muppet reading time.
Oh, man.
That's the only thing that keeps me sane out here.
And then there's, space aliens that exist only in the form of cameras that watch your Muppet show?
That, too. They're my only friends. Okay, so here we go. These are giant paragraphs.
Yes, enjoy. I'm going to take the third one.
I have to take the first two? The fuck? I feel eternal when I see the glow of a nearby star in full spectrum and feel the stellar winds against my hull. Sentient ship, duh.
Oh, is that what it says? Oh, sentient ship, that's right.
Which you read past.
I don't care about sentient ships.
Apparently
I only care about sentient humanoids.
You have no love for the Omnissiah or the machine god. It has been centuries since I left the construction yard, but I was built to last. All systems are normal. Fuel was low, relatively speaking, but we're very close to our next stop, a small, rocky planet. There are plenty of organic elements for us to restock. In a pinch, I could use local hydrogen to make anything we need, but that's a slow and inefficient process. My inhabitants wouldn't notice either way. They are quite comfortable in their digital spaces.
Are they like, are they supposed to like not know that the ship is sentient?
Maybe. I wonder if this is like in the same universe as the Rebirth Saga, where humanity has uploaded all of its consciousness into a program.
No, I can't handle that. I'm gonna say no.
Can't do it again?
It's too much.
Well, he said digital inhabitants, so what else could that mean?
Digital inhabitants? Is that what it says?
Yeah.
Oh, it says my inhabitants. Where does it say digital inhabitants?
Comfortable in their digital spaces.
He means they're watching TV.
Maybe.
Maybe. We have to read more.
I don't know. You see, I don't have any human bodies on board. Bam! Bam! Bam!
God damn it.
In your face.
Yeah, all right.
In your human face.
I just gotta keep my mouth shut for a sentence longer, pretty much all the time.
Although I have 1 million human minds in my charge, it's the most efficient way to colonize the galaxy. Ah, interesting. Okay.
So it's like the von Neumann thing?
Yeah, kind of. The von Neumann probes. We're not limited by food or G-forces or most of the concerns that we'd have with a crewed ship. The inhabitants can deploy to any star, planet, or celestial body that they choose. All I have to do is replicate and install a permanent satellite system with the necessary Guardian programming. From there, they build whatever is needed and maintain themselves and their inhabitants. Okay, quick question.
For me?
Yes. If you go to any planet you wanted, all you had to do was surrender your body and upload your brain. Would you do it? Yeah.
Any planet I wanted.
Any planet you wanted.
But like with nothing there?
Well, I mean,
I have many questions. Would I live for a long time? Would people eventually follow me?
Yeah, probably.
Were there aliens? Like, it depends.
Well, I did say any planet, so any conceivable scenario.
Any conceivable scenario. If the planet is full of half-naked, attractive men, and I had a huge telescope... No, I don't know. It's a really hard question to answer.
You know Jason Momoa shaved his beard, right?
Oh, dude, don't remind me.
We haven't even talked about it, but we both know about it.
I saw the picture. He looks weird.
Yeah, I know. It's wrong. It's all
but
wrong.
No, I get it. Like, I get it. And it's not my life. So I'm going to shut up right now.
Mm-hmm.
I begin a deceleration burn. 7.3 years to target. My mind wanders, although I am in sleep mode most of the time. Skipping endless cycles, I check my historical logs again. No data loss. Naturally, since everything is stored tenfold redundant, my mission time is T plus 713 years, Earth nominal. Oh, is that from Relativity?
I guess.
That's a lot. That's a lot of extra time.
Mm-hmm.
Time should be shorter for him.
Right.
If he's traveling.
Yeah. And he's also turning his brain off for long periods of time as well.
Okay.
So he's experiencing it in short bursts.
We've been to 8 planets and 7 solar systems. Technically, it's 6, but I'm going to include planetoids in this count because it makes very little difference to the mission. I review a host of mission statistics. I recalculate vectors up to the nth derivative until that thread is taking 1% of my processing power. It concludes in a few milliseconds. Everything is on track. No action is needed. Meanwhile, various subsystems are interacting with the inhabitants. A few hundred are playing strategy games with me. A few tens of thousands are having conversations with me. I have dedicated logic units for all of this. So I am hardly aware of it unless I should find reason to become aware of it.
That's a cool idea.
So as long as they don't make him have any paradoxes, then he's good.
Yeah. What would the need be to have all these minds occupied? And if you could just put them all in sleep mode, I wonder. I mean, it's a cool idea.
Yeah, I suppose you could just turn off time for them too. Just stop their processing power.
They would get uploaded. They would go into sleep mode. They would wake up, quote unquote, and they'd be
why is it necessary for him to spend precious processing power on stimulating digital sentient minds?
I wonder.
I
wonder. It could just be like, this is a cool idea and I'm putting in even though it isn't necessary. 2.9 years to target. I send out several advanced probes to gather data. They will replicate and sample the planet so that I have a complete map of the surface, subsurface, and resources. This is only for planetary survey purposes. I have sufficient information already about the aspects of the planet that I need to know to perform my work. I fixed some micrometeorite damage on the outer hull. Quite routine. The mission is still on track.
It's still on track, you guys. It's still on track.
Nothing bad's gonna happen.
80 days to target. Critical alert. An idle subsystem all idle subsystems become fully active immediately. What is the trigger system? Communications array. That's highly unusual. No, it's not coming from my journey's origin. It's coming from my destination. Coherent patterns at all the frequencies, ranging from subradio to petahertz. Those hertz are That's dumb. Okay.
Yeah, it was.
The data density is enormous, but not beyond my capabilities. I just need to determine a decoding scheme. Some repeating parts identify as a key. It works. The language is highly mathematical, but that's no surprise. Math is its own universal language. The transmission contains temporal information about my velocity and acceleration profile. From the time I launched the probes until I would reach and maintain a stable orbit, and matches my own flight path. Apparently, the intent is to allow me to continue on my current trajectory. The remaining volume of data is mostly a map of the galaxy. No, that's not all. It's thousands of nearby galaxies. The location of the Sun and Earth are among the data, but with no special significance attached. Some data is more than just star surveys. There are a number of marked locations, several thousand so far. It's not clear yet what these are, and there is one in this system, but it is not associated with the planet itself. Rather, it is 118 astronomical units from the local star and perpendicular to the rotation of the star and its orbiting bodies.
Okay,
so there's a lot in that.
A lot to unpack. So the ship randomly got...
That's really thick.
Yeah. The ship got sent a message, and that message contained...
a lot of information.
Mostly star charts of, hey, here's thousands of galaxies, and I've marked some important locations for you. Maybe they're getting this from an alien source?
Okay, I have to read. It's not clear yet what these are, but there's one in the system in particular. 118 AU from a local and perpendicular rotation and perpendicular to the rotation axis of the star and orbiting its bodies. So there's something that's orbiting out of plane of this particular solar system.
Okay. And that's of note.
Okay.
But that's the most important thing. Why did the computer also get sent tons of other information on other galaxies and such?
Because it's sharing information?
Because why not? Okay.
Yeah, your turn to read.
We're almost done here.
Ponder later.
I load a series of first encounter protocols from the archives. It's not entirely clear how one would respond to this transmission, so I keep it simple and transmit a representation of my trajectory from the present moment until orbiting the planet, matching up with that part of what was transmitted to me. Some hours later, the transmission cycle stops, probably in response to my own. By now, I've informed various inhabitants of the situation, and the consensus is to continue and see what happens. Oh, so it's kind of a democracy, I guess, aboard the ship. You think it'd be programmed with like mission parameters that are not...
A digital democracy?
Digital democracy. That's
how demoralizing.
That's a good album name or a good band name. We should write that down.
No. It's the band. What is it? You used to play bass for them? I botched that joke.
I used to do the MIDI control for digital democracy.
I used to count the votes for digital democracy.
Uncertainties of this magnitude always make me nervous. Oh, it's a ship that has feelings. I run system checks again. I deactivate the probe's replication directive and leave them in a stable orbit. All I can do is wait. Ellipses.
Wait, does that mean he's there?
I guess, yeah.
Okay. Did it say that he was Okay, whatever. Orbital insertion begins. He's inserting himself
I'll bet.
into the orbital. So much energy. Minor adjustments to account for upper atmosphere density. Stable orbit achieved. I am now close enough to passively scan the planet's surface in high detail. But this reveals nothing new. Now what? I don't want to violate any expectations or etiquette since I am the visitor here, but I don't exactly have a protocol. I wait. As I orbit the planet several more times, the inhabitants are busy speculating on what it could all mean, but there isn't much point in doing so until some new information presents itself. Is that the whole story?
That was part 1.
Part 1? Where's the rest of it?
I mean, we know binary algorithm is good at serials, so I actually do hope that this one continues because I want to see where it goes.
Where's the rest of it?
That's it.
I need to know what the aliens are. Are they below? Are they subsurface? Are they mole people?
Oh, man, I am waiting. I'm waiting on one new goddamn story in this fucking century of mole people, and I still don't have one. I never get one.
And maybe they live like in the stars.
Maybe. This is a wonderful. This is really good keyhole fiction. We are getting this little smattering of a ship, digital brains, mysterious messages, but it's all stuff that we can recognize, and that's really good. That's really powerful. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I'm right there with you. I want to know what happens.
I mean, there's like the best thing and the most worst thing about reading it is that he packs so much information into these paragraphs, these relatively tiny paragraphs, and so you have to unpack it a little bit.
Very dense.
It's dense.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's so much happening in every paragraph. Like poetry and rhymes. Yeah, I like that type of writing. It's hard to decode, but it's not hard to decode, but it does take extra effort to decode. But I don't mind that. It's like reading the Foundation trilogy.
What happened next?
Gotta write more, dude. We need to know.
To the author, I say, what happened next?
We would like to know. No pressure, but it would be cool to see where this story goes.
Yeah, it's not my business.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was cool. I mean, it's like Blue Ball's the story, but it's cool.
Blue Ball's in the best way.
There's like 6 paragraphs. So does the last one mirror the first one? Because it's like poetry.
I wish.
Okay.
We could just read the novelization of The Phantom Menace.
We could if we hated ourselves.
And we wanted to get copyright struck
Do
like
they
hell.
have a novelization?
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, boy.
They novelize all the movies.
Okay, wow, this one's even shorter.
Yeah, like I said, this is a short smattering of stories.
I can't handle a shorter, more dense story.
Well, it's not a serial.
It also
it's okay.
has 6 paragraphs. They're just tinier.
It is tagged micro.
Micro? So. But I only
There's like micro, mini, and
macro.
nano.
Okay, fine.
Those are macro stories. So this one is, of course, by binary algorithm called A Long Voyage to Nowhere.
If it's a long voyage, how come the story's so short?
Because it goes nowhere.
Okay.
All right, we all know the mission, and you all know your duties. Get to it. A chorus of 100 automatons in front of him, and 1,000 unseen in the walls of the ship, replied in unison, "Yes, Captain. For the glory of Emperor Zetplok." Oh, shit.
Oh, you're going to enjoy this story.
We're getting some...
Are there robots in the walls? Are there tiny robots in the walls?
Could be big robots in the walls.
But they're...
We don't know. How big are the walls?
There's too many questions. This author makes me uncomfortable.
In your brain?
There's too many possibilities. It's like you're reading Nostradamus. Could it be 9/11 or could it be Vietnam War? I don't know.
Maybe it's Rum Lazar. Who knows?
Oh, that's another thing we can't explain. Stop saying stuff.
No.
Just stop saying stuff.
No.
He was the only human on board. Oh, that was not the right paragraph. Was it?
No.
Whatever. Literally, it says whatever. A dozen or so robots stayed on the bridge, while the rest went about their duties. It was all ceremony and bullshit anyways. Custom dictated that each ship have a human captain, but the ship was fully autonomous. It wasn't going to respond to any command of his that violated its mission. So
he's kind of pointless.
the captain is human and the ship is robots.
Mm-hmm.
The ship is all robots. Like all robots.
Like, oops, all robots? The cereal from Future Captain Crunch?
Like, oops, this is going to be a cake, but it turned into robots.
I cracked open some eggs and some nanites came out. I don't know what happened.
I don't even know how this happened.
He was the only human on board. It was still a prison of a sort, but it beat the alternative. Max Coyote had been in prison so long he had forgotten his given name. When the guards had decided to insert a Turgle beast into the prison block, he had managed to gouge out one of its eyes and slash its front paw.
What's a Turgle beast? Is that like a Vermicious Canid?
Causing the animal to reconsider its prey. Since he was the only one to escape after seeing the wolf-like monstrosity, there you go, the others had decided to give him the name Coyote, and since it was an apex predator, Max.
I think I saw this scene in Chronicles of Riddick.
Max Coyote. You know, this does feel like Chronicles of Riddick, which is an amazing series.
But with more robots.
Good
No
video
one
game,
was
too.
no one was willing to fly these autonomous missions of unknown purpose into deep space. Instead, prisoners were given the option of this or mental reconditioning.
Oof.
They had all seen people come out of that completely changed, without will or freedom. It sent a chill down his spine. So this is the human that's in charge of the ship? The ship?
Yeah.
He's a prisoner?
Pretty much, it's like, well, you can be a prisoner and get mind wiped, or you can be a prisoner and go to this dangerous mission.
For the glory of
Zeplok. No. Better to be banished on this ship with his mind intact and the freedom to do whatever he wanted within the confines. So, nothing? No idea what the destination was or how it supposedly served His Holiness Zeplok. He was promised his freedom after the fact, but he figured it might only be the freedom of death in the end.
Didn't we watch an anime like this? Where it was like a prisoner in charge of a ship? I feel like we did.
A prisoner in charge of a ship.
Yeah.
Wait.
Was it an anime?
The old anime where they get invaded by a weird, totally not a xenomorph?
No.
No?
No, it wasn't that. It was something else. Find the wanted man.
Mm-hmm.
No, this was different.
A prison ship?
Oh, crap. Can't remember. No, it wasn't a prison ship. It was one guy on a ship, and he was arguing with the ship. And the ship was saying, okay, we'll do that. But you have to do your mission.
Riddick?
No! Turn me off.
Okay, well, we'll try to remember it later.
You're gonna have to insert it into this.
Orbital insertion.
You have to do an orbital insertion on this podcast.
Woo!
Of course, he had the option to go into stasis and write out any portion of the journey, but it seemed better to enjoy whatever the ship had to offer. If he became bored of it all, he might consider that option.
God damn it. Yeah. No, this needs like a part 2.
It doesn't need a... I think this is frustrating because it doesn't have a beginning, a middle, or an end, or some sort of
keyhole fiction.
Starting point or end point or purpose. It just kind of is. And it's frustrating because it's cool. But like,
yeah.
As far as the story goes, it's not a story.
Yeah.
It's a blurb.
Yeah, I love these little glimpses we get into this universe. They're really good. They make me want to write more my own additions to it. Damn it. Okay, we got one more.
No, okay. Is it the same author?
Yeah, I said they're all binary algorithms.
I can't handle it. We have to each one of these requires an essay of its own. This one is a completely different story. It has 4 paragraphs.
Mm-hmm.
It's called
The Doctor.
And I'm sure it's about robots and von Neumann probes.
We'll see. There were a dozen sensors all acting erratically. The data made no sense. How can the heart rate be normal when the oxygen level is so low? How can brain activity indicate seizure with no corresponding brain stem or muscle activity? This glucose level is physically impossible, and that hormone level is extremely improbable. Half the systems are failing, and the self-check is still green.
I don't know what you just read. It's too thick.
Just read the next paragraph.
The story is thick with a C.
And I love it.
Okay. What about me? Is it my fault or am I reading everything all wrong? Calm down. Reevaluate. Good. Now, where was I? Oh, yes, diagnosis. Indeterminate. Symptoms various, but the data is unreliable. Is the patient in distress? Is he dying? The blood oxygen level is dropping, but it's the most consistent sensor data. I am going to be forced to take action soon. I was never prepared for this kind of situation, but you have to do the best thing you can do given what you have, right?
Damn it, Jim. I'm not a doctor. I'm a doctor.
So I'm guessing this is like a robot or an AI of some sort reading a guy in stasis.
Maybe. That's a good possibility. The doctor activates... Oh, yeah, because it's like the doctor. It's almost like the Doctor on Deep Space. No, not Deep Space Voyager.
Mm-hmm.
They just call him Doctor.
Okay.
The Doctor activates emergency nano-oxygen reserves, which begin to flood the patient's brain. Data streams are dropping off completely, and now the oxygen monitor registers no value. He hopes that he made the right call.
Sounds like he didn't.
But he has no way to confirm. All data is gone. This is the end, isn't it? The Doctor fades into null fragments. Wait,
null fragments?
Is he operating on himself? Yeah.
The patient wakes up in a hospital some minutes later. What happened? He says. The people around him look at each other nervously. Finally, one says, "We've never seen this before, but your central medical AI system crashed completely. It did manage to stabilize your oxygen before it did, which is the only reason you're alive. Others weren't so lucky." He motioned to a row of lumps covered in sheets. Bodies? They keep pouring in, and there's nothing we can do about it. We have no way to know why you alone have survived what we now assume is a virus attack because your data was unrecoverable. What is this? A story with an end?
Okay.
The story has an end!
So this one feels like there's a bunch of cyborgs and they have central medical AI in them.
Yeah.
And
they're
like
just people with AI monitors.
Yeah.
That inject them with stuff.
And then they're like, crap. The only way to save is to flush out the cybernetic parts. I don't know.
But this one, so these robots were giving them bad, or this virus is giving the AI bad sensor data.
Mm-hmm.
But why did flooding him with nano oxygen save him?
It sounds like he was shutting down the cybernetic parts of the patient, so those parts can't be infected. And if they are infected, then the patient can recover, just sans its cybernetic parts. That's my headcanon. That's what I think is happening here. I could be wrong.
Headcanon.
Yeah.
I'm trying to reread the story while you talk.
Sure. Oh, man. Okay, so we have 4 glimpses into 4 premises. And I love them all. I really hope that we see more of this.
This is the only actual short story though, because it has like an end.
It's definitely like it's microfiction to be sure, but or flash fiction. It's good though. I don't know. I don't have much to say because they are so short. Just that I really want to highlight here that you don't have to be verbose to be imaginative. You just have to know how to phrase your words.
Yeah.
And that is something that when I read horror, there's like so many efforts to just like lob so much detail and extraneous nonsense into it that really takes away. But this is like the polar opposite. And it's awesome.
Well, yeah, it just shows you how much this particular author, invests in his own imagination.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's cool.
It's impressive. I like it. I think this is going to be a shorter episode this time, but
we read a whole bunch of stories.
We did. We will read.
I'm still reading this one.
we will read a longer story next time with a beginning, a middle, and an end for sure. But I wanted to read some stuff by Binary Algorithm because really like their work. Hope to see more soon because it's always great to read it on the show.
So he gave the patient a whole bunch of oxygen, and this particular patient lived?
Yeah. Again, I think everyone's a cyborg. And there's a virus infecting, I guess, the cybernetic parts. So, I don't know, man. I don't know. Leave your theories in the comments below.
He reminds me of that one time. You remember?
I don't remember most stories.
Reminds me of that one story about, wait, what was it?
What is taking those layabouts so long? I suspect they are partying it up in some atrocious house of assignation. That's optional. Ah, that's them calling now. This is Dr. Mola, Dr. Manager. Speak your business.
Hey, what's up, Doc?
Report at once, Raygun 1. Do you have the hydroponic conducer?
Oh, we got that thing. And we got drunk.
Oh, good.
First paycheck of the cycle always goes to the House of Assignation. Woo!
He knows what that means.
I was going to muse about what it is you two do with your pay. But now I don't think I wish to know.
Oh, don't be like that. You should come and join us. It's happy hour and I can't feel my feet.
I think I shall pass, reprobates. Alert me when you pick your slovenly selves off the floor and sober up for your next assignment.
He said assignment.
He did. You did say ass.
Dimwits! I wonder if they aren't all capable of gathering the next item for my dastardly plan. Still, they did retrieve the conducer without so much as a struggle. Perhaps their recklessness veils some astounding aptitude. For now, I shall wait and observe. None shall stop Dr. Molagar! None shall stop me!
Raygun Readers is created and hosted by Papreeka and Abysmii. Dr. Molagar is voiced by King Mob. Governor Felius is voiced by David King. Music and editing by Abysmii. Art and animation by Beth Morton. Today's stories were Sentient Ship Part 1, Fermi Paradox Solution, A Long Voyage to Nowhere, and The Doctor, each by Binary Algorithm and read with permission. You can find each of these stories linked in the description, and can find more of Binary Algorithm's work at the Short Sci-Fi Stories subreddit. If you like the podcast, you can listen and download Season 2 episodes from SoundCloud. You can also subscribe to the Raygun Readers channel on YouTube, links in the description. If you want to support the show, consider leaving a like, comment, or sharing this episode. If you would like to submit your story for critique, contact Abysmii, links in the description below.